In order to avoid the enemy's sweep, the officer deliberately hid in a pile of dead people and pretended to be dead. Then the enemy opened fire with their submachine guns. Luckily, the bullets didn't hit the officer. After making sure there were no survivors, the enemy left. The officer immediately climbed out of the pile of dead. However, at that moment, the officer spotted two enemy commanders on the opposite floor. He picked up his rifle and took cover, but when the officer was about to pull the trigger, he realized that there was no bullet in the rifle. But just then, a comrade who had also survived climbed up in front of the officer and took out 5 rounds of ammunition. The comrades in arms loaded the bullets into the guns and returned the gun to the officer. The officer immediately took aim at the enemy commander. At that moment, the commander was taking a shower. It was hard to aim with only his head exposed. The officer gave the gun back to his comrade, but at that moment, there were 3 more enemy soldiers on the other side. There were only 5 bullets in the gun and they all had to hit. When the enemy was not on guard, comrade killed the commander with 1 shot. Then he shot the enemy soldier on the other side. Seeing this, the enemy troops immediately threw themselves on the ground. The 3rd shot of the comrade in arms killed another enemy soldier. At that moment, the enemy took out a grenade and tried to blow them up. As a result, he was shot dead before he could pull out the fuse. The last one tried to run away. The soldier immediately got up and shot him dead. The godfather of Soviet sniping was born.